we're going to make a frozen chocolate almond bar. Yummy. Desserts are my favorite, so I always love that we close out with something sweet. So the almond butter and Greek yogurt, or you could use skyr, which is an Icelandic cheese, team up to make these bars a cool, high-protein treat. And it's perfect for hot summer days. Today's kind of hot. And the chill factor can also help with nausea. So sometimes when people have nausea, the smell of foods can be an issue. Also, they have a preference for hot or cold, many times more so for cold. So it's milder, low aroma foods are easier to handle. And what you can do with these is you can store several in your freezer. So for today's recipes, you're going to be making some room in your freezer, right? Because we want to store the frittata, we want to store the curry, and we want to store these amazing bars. You may want to label them differently so your other family members don't eat them on you.
Broccoli.
Yeah, broccoli. Call it broccoli. Yeah. So, and like we said, when your appetite's poor, you don't know when you're going to feel like eating. So having this small bite available is great. And then Jeremy's also going to tell us how you can actually bring it to work or school, which surprised me. Off to you, Jeremy.
Off to me. Okay, so there is a bit of a viral thing going around these days on social media now. Actual virus.
Yeah, social media. We need to yeah.
With these like ice cream pops, these yogurt ice cream pops. I have never shied away from a Haagen-Dazs, and so we're going to make a variation of that using this technique of essentially yogurt as our base. And to this, we're going to add 2 other ingredients. So to get to amplify that almond flavor that you would get from Haagen-Dazs, we're going to add almond butter to this. You can definitely do this with peanut butter or any other nut or seed butter, or if you don't want that component in it, if you don't want the nut or seed butter, you can just leave it as is with just the yogurt. This is just going to add additional flavor, and then for us, we're looking for extra protein, and nutrition too, right? Yes.
In the past, you used powdered peanut butter. Would it work in this?
Yes, you can use powdered peanut butter. Yeah, powdered peanut butter will work in this for sure.
Great.
Yeah, definitely. And because of the moisture of the yogurt, you don't really have to introduce any extra moisture. Just as is. Yeah. All right, so.
I'm sorry, Jeremy, the ratio of these things?
No, so it's on the package of the powdered nut butter. It would tell you, but I think it's about, I can't remember off the top of my head, I think it's like a tablespoon of powder to 3 tablespoons of water is the equivalent to like 3 tablespoons of peanut butter, something like that. Just follow the instructions. I can't remember off the top of my head. But again, this is more, we're not baking this. You're not going to break it. So use like to your discretion. It's be a little more, a little less.
And you can just add the powder directly. Like you don't have to mix it.
No. You can just add it directly. Yeah. Absolutely. So we're gonna add about a couple tablespoons, or about a third of a cup of almond butter to about a cup of. We're looking for high protein, so look for a high protein plain yogurt, Greek, or the skyr. These are the ones that we lean on.
Or you can find, there's so many varieties now, right? So what you're looking for is more of a plain yogurt, doesn't have any sugars added to it, and then you can play around with, you can get 17 grams of protein added to it or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. And then if you want, this is optional, but if you really want to enhance the protein, I experimented by adding a scoop of a protein powder. So just a plain whey protein powder.
Whey protein powder? Oh.
Yeah, go on.
Whey protein powder is one of my favorites because it's best for building and repairing muscle, and it also supports the immune system. It's also easy to digest. So it's one of the ones that if you needed to have an extra boost of protein, I would look for the whey protein isolate. Also, again, reading labels, making sure it's not the kind that has extra fillers in it. You just need the actual whey protein isolate,
And that's it. So 3 ingredients. I can add whatever flavors I want. I'm going to start mixing, and then I'm going to answer your question. So mix, and then, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, where can you buy this? You give me a lot of new things.
Where can I buy the which one?
Whey protein powder.
Oh, yeah.
The whey protein powder.
Any
Yeah.
other stuff?
You can find it in the grocery store. You can also, yeah, it's a
Oh,
bulk bar is
Costco.
mentioned. Costco is mentioned. Yeah, I don't need to answer the question. Where else have people found their whey protein powder?
You have to watch. 'Cause there's
Vitamin store, yeah.
Yeah. So the cheapest probably is going to be more at the grocery store or bulk barn, but if your immune system is poor, you may want to not get anything that's in bulk. But the most important thing is to look for something that is just directly whey protein powder and not any fillers or additives.
Thank you.
Oh, I think there was
Yes.
another.
I usually eat probiotic yogurt like Activia,
Yep.
or even like that BioKid stuff sometimes. Can you use that with this? Like, can you freeze that?
Yeah, you can definitely use that.
It doesn't kill the.
No, so the question was about using a probiotic type yogurt like Activia or BioK.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So and whether freezing it is going to kill the probiotics. It will not. It will not. No. More it's a cooking would. If you were to cook it, that would kind of affect it. But the freezing will not kill the probiotics. So you're still getting that benefit. So that's a great idea if you want to up your probiotics. Yeah.
Good question. So,
Awesome coffee, you know.
Yeah.
Can you use creatine or?
Oh, creatine?
Yeah. It's very little. But
I would dissolve it in water.
Okay.
A little
Yeah,
warm
it's
water, and then you can mix it. Yeah, if you wanted to. So that's our mixture. It will thicken up because of the nut butter, and especially if you're using the protein powder, it'll thicken up until it's like not going to fall off the spoon, which is absolutely fine. If it's hard to work with it this way, like if it's too thick, you can absolutely loosen it up. Just add a little bit of water or milk or something in it. Okay, and then we're ready to scoop. Typically, I don't want to make more mess for myself, so just use a spoon, throw it on. It's not going to break it. I just love these ice cream scoops, so I'll use it often.
And it's no surprise that we see parchment paper again.
Yeah.
There.
I just put it on a plank of wood, but
Oh, wait,
throw it
okay,
on
good.
parchment.
There we go.
We'll grab our scoops.
Okay,
And
so
you-
we've lost our heads, but I want them to see the
Heads are gone. Okay.
heads are gone. We're coming in.
So we're scooping. Now,
no, we're not.
this is, if you press action number 2.
I know. Okay. I've
Yeah.
lost control.
There we go.
Okay.
So if you scoop it on, if it has a little more liquid, if it's a little looser, it will puddle a little bit, which is fine. That's actually kind of what I'm looking for in terms of the shape. If it's pretty thick, the mixture, where it's not puddling, it's just kind of scooping like a scoop of ice cream, then I will just force that look after with a spoon. Okay? So, making a bunch here. Should make about 8 or so. I think I did a heavy scoop on one of them. It's fine. Okay, and then you can just get like the back of the spoon and kind of just flatten it a little bit. Just so
I kind of like it round. But
you can.
Yeah.
It's just it'll be a better bite.
oh,
if
a
it's
better
thinner,
bite.
because it'll be frozen solid.
Oh, good
And
point.
it's like a
Good
big,
point.
yeah, kind of tennis ball shape. It may take you a while to defrost. So we're just kind of gently flattening it down. If it sticks a bit, like it kind of is now, you can wet the back of the spoon. I'm just not gonna bother. That's it. It doesn't have to be like perfect, but we have our little shapes. And then you can take either popsicle sticks. Couldn't find popsicle sticks, so I just have these like shish kebab skewers, which will work. And we're just gonna press it in about like halfway, so it kind of sticks. You can kind of see
I
what
thought
we're
they
doing
were
here.
going to be like the cake pop sticks.
Yeah.
So that was hard to find.
Yeah, you can do. Honestly,
It doesn't
as long as it's clean.
You're so crazy.
Oh, I don't.
That's when he's the magical chef.
All right, I'll flatten this one out a little bit. But that's pretty much what we're looking for there. And then we are going to pop this in the freezer. I want to cover the stick too, so like you can kind of just move the mixture over, just so it kind of covers or hides the stick. There. So pop this in the freezer. Make as many as you want. If you really like them, honestly, like double, quadruple the recipe. We'll pop these in.
So we talked about peanut butter in the previous recipe, and we talked about almond butter here. So again, when you're purchasing these nut butters or seed butters, you can actually find them where it's just the peanuts or just the almonds, and that's what we prefer you to purchase. So again, look at the labels. They may look like they're separating out in the container, so you just have to stir it back together again. Voila!
Okay. This is what they'll look like once they're frozen. Cool little lollipop, right?
I just wanted to take a picture.
Yeah, and now you can honestly decorate them or dip them, top them with whatever you want. We're leaning on melted chocolate, right? We're going for like that Haagen-Dazs style bar. You can melt chocolate in the microwave. It's a lot easier, just because I'm doing, one warm. I have it in a double boiler, so you can do it that way. Metal bowl on top of a smaller pot with some water, medium heat, just so it steams, and then it'll melt your chocolate. Okay, we're using a dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate, yes, that is. You get something that is 70% or higher in cocoa. There's less sugar in it, and there's also some additional nutritious benefits. There's some antioxidants in there. So there are some health benefits to having some dark chocolate as part of your diet.
All right, I want to make sure you can see this. So I have my setup. Frozen pops, melted chocolate, chopped almonds.
Okay, I'm gonna
Okay, and you can do whatever you want with this. But we'll take our pop, we'll dip it in. Fancy. It will, because it's frozen, it's going to cool pretty instantly. So be quick with this. Smash. So the almonds.
And very
It's just fun to
romantic.
say.
Very romantic. Oh my, we found another.
There we go. You can definitely, do this as a fun activity.
Yeah, makes me think we need
There you
some
go.
strawberries inside.
Right, we're going to dip the last one.
I was thinking like fun with kids too. Like,
Yeah.
did your son be into this?
There we go.
Beautiful.
All right.
Okay, mouth-watering, huh?
And then a little sprinkle of
Oh yes, we
sea
need
salt
more.
on top. Just with that will go really well. Dark chocolate. And
Voila.
that is it. You can enjoy these treats as is. Put them back in the freezer as it sticks. But because it's cold, that chocolate's going to harden right away. Okay, and you have these awesome little bites, these little pops. I think like Daniela mentioned, because it's cold, you can like savor this.
Yeah,
So you don't have to.
It's also good for, without the nuts, you can have it for a sore mouth. But definitely if you have nausea, sometimes something small like this might work. But I thought you were going to tell us our cool trick about, because I'm like, well, okay, we're talking about things you transport. Like, how do you transport?
Yeah, this would be amazing to transport. Probably my favorite of the three to
How
transport.
do you
So,
even get it to that point when you just can't eat it? Right?
well, yeah, true. But if I'm, trying to hold off to, let's say, noon to enjoy it out of the freezer, okay? You can pop it, unless you want to bring it on the stick, because you can show everyone, show how fancy you are, but pop it off the stick and put it into a little Tupperware and just leave it as is. It's frozen solid. By the time you get to whenever you're going to enjoy it, it's going to essentially turn into like a fancy yogurt little scoop. It'll still be cold, still be pretty cold, semi-frozen. Not the same eating experience because it's not like solid, but as it just slowly defrosts, by the time you enjoy it, you'll be good to go, right?
It'll be more like a pudding, right? Or
Like a yogurt
like a
bowl dessert with chocolate and almonds. Oh, just sea salt. So I think our answer for
Celtic
salt, in terms of sodium, salt is salt is salt.
Yeah.
Sodium doesn't matter. No. If you like the flavor, go with the flavor. But like even with like Himalayan salt is one
Yeah,
that comes up.
health
The
benefits.
amount of salt that you need to consume probably to get any
Yeah.
of those mineral benefits is
Yeah.
probably insane. So just do it based on your preference, or maybe a little bit of flavor if it's adding, or texture. Like I like flaky salt because of the texture. Go that route, but you're not benefit wise.
Health benefits, no. Yeah. Another question.
Just to
Yes.
continue on salt, ionized versus non-ionized.
Oh, that's a good question. Iodine.
Oh, okay. Iodized or not iodized? So there's a reason why the salt has been iodized, because we do need iodine in the diet. So I would say having a mixture is fine. Like if you like to use a sea salt for the texture, that's fine. And then if you want to use your iodized salt, with your food, like table salt is iodized, then that's fine too. I think what it comes down to is the amount, and we want to kind of cut back on the amount that we have in our diet. But I wouldn't avoid iodized salt, because we do need some iodine in our diet.
That is it. We did it. Everyone will try this.
Yes.
So we're going to move on to that part. But just to wrap up quickly, thank you so much for joining us today to kick off, I guess, the end of summer.
Oh
I'm not
my
gonna say it,
gosh.
but yeah, okay, sure. The next class, just as a heads up, is September 17th.
Oh, you
Oh, may tell mechanical.
We may or may not have a special guest.
Oh.
We're not gonna keep-
Martha Stewart?
No.
I don't even know.
But join us anytime. We love having you here, or if you're watching online, hello, and goodbye, online. From Daniela and
Are these
Yes.
videos saved online, like on
they
your
are,
YouTube?
yes.
Okay.
So yeah, good
So I
question.
can just go
That's a good plug for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
ELLICSRkitchen.ca. We have over 800 recipes on there with the videos from the class that we've done. So we archive all of these. We break them up by recipe, and they're categorized by meal type, also by side effect, if it does relate.
Yeah. So you can go into like low appetite, nausea.
Yeah, you can see us over the years, 16 years of recipes.
Wow.
Yeah,
There's
so,
2 other dietitians there, so it's not me that's gone from a blonde to a brunette to a.
also me, yes. So yeah, you can definitely check those out. The recipes. But that is it for today. Thank you so much for joining us.